What's up, you guys? And welcome back to another impactful, wonderful, awesome, amazing, funny, gut-wrenching, therapeutic, understanding, in your business episode of your favorite Aunties podcast. That was good.
Lots of words.
It was lots of words, but I mean it.
Yeah. So we told y'all last week that we would do a part 2 because it was getting good.
It was.
You never can
say goodbye. No.
And so let's pick up where we left off.
Yeah.
We were talking about, I had asked you the question of how do you know in a romantic relationship when to say goodbye? Because I'm sure somebody's listening like, oh, shoot, I think I need to say goodbye to this relationship that I'm in right now. And so you were talking about what your things were.
Yeah.
And I just want to stay in that vein, and then we'll talk about saying goodbye in other areas.
Yeah.
So for people who may have recently said goodbye, what would you what like advice would you give them, or what would you tell them? And you know what? I have another question, and because for you, and we'll talk about that one too. As a person who, no shade, you be saying goodbye more than once. No shade. What can you say to?
You're not lying.
No, but how speak to that, like saying goodbye more than one time.
Yeah. I love a good spin the block. I love a good spin. The block. Man, sometimes you just want to see like, are we gonna work? I don't know. I think for me it's just different. I just have a hard time saying goodbye and being gone because, again, like, you'll miss that person and you're thinking of that person and, should we get back together? Did I make the right decision? What if it's going to work? What if I left prematurely? And I know you spoke to that, like you don't leave prematurely, but I know at times when I get overwhelmed, that's what I'll do. I'm like, no, this is not going to work. And then I'll feel like guilty. Like maybe I didn't work enough, or maybe I didn't do enough, and then I'll be like, you want to try again? Like, and I don't know, it just depends. It just depends.
What does that typically do for you?
I feel like whenever it is the second or third time, fourth, fifth time you get whenever it is the second time around and you get to a point where you realize, okay, no, this is not working, then I feel like, no, I did try. Like I tried to, work it out, and then I have more peace about it. It's just also sometimes depending upon how and why you break up, because sometimes it's not like a bad breakup. It's just we have differences or what have you, and you try to figure out, like, are we going to remain cool? Because we weren't friends before. We became friends during.
Right.
So that kind of thing is like, do you talk the next day after a breakup? Like, are we on the phone? Are we going to be texting? Like, or is it creating room to still have those feelings, be at the surface, and still get back together? Sometimes having conversations with somebody you just weren't with will put you right back in that spot. So it's a sticky thing because it's like you do talk to this person day in and day out, and you've lived life alongside them for like some time, so it is kind of hard to just put a stop and a pause on everything.
Yeah. Does that? Why are you laughing?
Because
I mean, does it do anything different like the second time or third time, whatever time, saying goodbye than the first time?
Sometimes, because sometimes, the other person might put a better foot forward because it's like, oh, shoot, now, hold on. My good thing finna be out the door, So it really just depends. And what I am learning is, though you want to be loved properly the first time, it might be really beautiful the second time around.
With the same person?
Yeah. Because it just depends. I mean, sometimes it could be a Nelly Ashanti thing. 20 years down the line. But when the stars begin to align and...
Oh, not the stars, honey.
Oh, right, honey. Well, I be working in the shadows, so let me not say that because y'all don't even get that. Sometimes, things just do work out a second time around. And it's like you want them to work first. You do. But sometimes time away from each other will change and you can come back together and it work better because you've got to experience life without that person and see, the value that they brought or just different things that you just appreciated about them.
Yeah.
So it really just depends. But I do know that there are sometimes people do have very incredible love stories the second time around or third time around. Or when people get married, then they divorce that person and then remarry them. And it's just a whole new marriage, a whole new relationship.
Mm-hmm. But you gotta, it definitely depends.
Yeah, it's not everybody's story. It is a cautionary.
Ooh,
cautionary.
Come on.
Cautionary
exemplar,
tale.
Honey.
Exemplar. Sometimes it is a cautionary tale, but it's a tale to tell.
For sure. Everybody's different. Definitely just be led by the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Definitely be led by the Holy Spirit. Because that is the thing. Every relationship you're in is teaching you something.
Right.
And sometimes it's your first time taking that class.
Huh? Sometimes might be the second, third.
And so I don't be saying goodbye like that. One time, we did break up, and then did we break up or did we just? I don't know. It's not something that happens often for me. I'm definitely just a very final person. Like I'm good, but to be honest, sometimes it is, or most of the time, it is my pride. Like I'm not going back there. I had the strength enough to say bye one time, and I had enough to say bye to that one time. Like, what am I doing?
I think that's very fair, and I think you did bring up a point. And I'm talking about me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm talking about me specifically. When I'm in love, pride is out the window. Like, I don't care. I'm not necessarily going to be outside your house
with the boombox.
With the boombox. But I will go up that mountain to save my marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Like, it's just, there's something about it. But when you're done, you're done. Okay, cool. That's fine. And that's dandy. And there are times when you are done. But like, when it comes to love, sometimes you might have to be the person to say something first. Or
it just depends on why you're saying something first, though.
Right. It does. It absolutely does. It's case by case. But I just know for me, I don't mind being the one.
No, you don't.
Girl.
No, you like upset me. Like, girl, why are you talking to him? Like, what? For what? Ugh.
Because I love you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Like, nah.
Yeah. But it be like that. But also, a wise woman said to me, I ain't gonna let nobody keep me single.
Ain't. But
within reason, yeah. But also, your reasons are your reasons.
Yeah. And I think I'm done when I'm done too, because I already know I've given it what I can give it.
Yeah.
And when I say like literally, I don't know what else I can give. So what is the point? It's like I don't leave before I need to. And so I know it's like this common misconception because I always say I'm good, like when I'm done. But the thing is, I'm not done till I'm done.
Right.
So we could talk about you saying bye more than once. But the only reason I didn't say bye more than once is because I'm trying, talking, doing whatever. So when I am done, I done did all of that stuff. Ain't nothing else for me to do. So what do we need to? I can't reveal it to you twice, like the words say. You seen it.
Yeah.
If you saw it and it wasn't good enough when you saw it, there's nothing more for me to show.
That's fair. But I ended up being able to have a conversation with somebody that I was with before. And he was like, at the time, I was afraid of all the things that you brought, and who you were. And he wasn't in a place of maturity to, really protect and honor and do all that. And, you break up for whatever reasons and, whatever the case may be. And again, you don't necessarily want that to be your love story. But also if you allow me the chance to get it right, if you, whatever.
I'm going to get it wrong again. That's what he's saying. Allow me the chance to get it right, so I can get it right again. Please.
Beg you. Please let me waste your time again. I don't feel like I really hurt you the right way the first time. There's so many other ways that I could do this that I feel like will really like be gut wrenching, make you slide down a wall, you know?
Right. Because you told me you had been hurt like this.
Right.
So I need to hurt you like that.
Right.
Because you said this, I need to do that.
Right. You've gotten with this, so let me do that.
Hello.
No, I mean, that is a real thing. It's, again, cautionary tales, different strokes for different folks. But what you're willing to do and put up with is not what I'm willing to do and put up with.
Correct.
You know, and it's just different strokes for different folks. It just is what it is.
Very true.
You know, in life, stuff happens. Stuff be happening.
I mean, I get the sentiment, but also life is based off of our decisions.
Right.
So we have to, I'm not talking about you.
Be very clear.
So we have to also be intentional about the decisions that we are making. Like, I'm so passionate about decision making. I literally would teach that to the girls I was mentoring. Like, I had a whole decision making class because people genuinely don't know how to make decisions. They are impulsive. They just... boom, that's the decision. And I am a very intentional person. And so I would literally do the decision tree with them. As you think about, what are the different possibilities? What do these possibilities take? What if this doesn't go the right way? Like, those are all things you need to consider before you make a decision and not just be impulsive. Because the thing is, we are sometimes in a position where we're having to say goodbye to things we never should have said hello to.
Huh? Is this on? Is this on?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yes, life happens.
Yeah.
And things happen that we cannot control, but things happen that we can absolutely control.
Yeah.
And decision making and talking to people about decision making is like just top tier for me. Cause I'm like, baby, we got to do better.
We must stay focused.
We got to do better, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, I hate to see people go through situations, that are hurtful, go through situations that that they don't have to go through, but it's all because of a decision.
Yeah.
And hey, God will use it.
Yeah.
All things work together.
Yes.
Also, I'm the type that's like, I don't want to go through.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through that if I don't have to. So also decision making, so that you don't have to say goodbye to things you never should have said hello to.
So, I mean, that's very good. My pastor actually had a sermon on that. In a sense, one of his opening lines in the sermon was, you come out looking like your parents when you're born. And when you die, you look like the decisions you made. And I was like, bar.
Yeah, that's a
very good.
That's a quote.
Oh, for sure. Okay. Well, he did say that. I was like, that's a bar. Like, that's real. And to your point, I can say that I can make impulsive decisions. I can. So you talking about a decision tree, baby, I got a decision thought. I thought it is getting done, you know, depending upon what it is. You know? But going through something and experiencing it, like seeing that God can redeem it, sometimes you don't necessarily want a redemptive story, but if that is, you know, what's in your life, then it's just what's in your life.
Yeah, I'm saying God can still use it.
Yeah.
I just personally, if I don't have to go through it, I don't want to.
Right. No, fair. Fair.
And even for other people, and I've been working on being less involved in other people's decisions. It has been a struggle for me because I want the best for people. And because I am such a thinker and just logical, critical, like what decision needs to be made, learning that I gotta let people make their decisions. And hey, man, do you?
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, even, I won't tell too much of your business, but the last situation, I cried and told you, like, hey, I really don't want you to go through the type of pain I know is possible from situations like this. So please just take your time, get to know this person, whatever. What you do?
Did not take my time. Did get to know that person.
And then cried on the other end of it. And shoot, I'm crying with you because I'm like,
Yeah.
this is exactly what I was talking about, because it's a very hurtful thing, and it changes you, and it changes your heart, and it changes your mind, and it changes like your life and how you move and date and all of that when you go through situations. But I've had to like withdraw my own emotion from other people's life, because if you want to make that decision, you got to make that decision.
Yeah, I will say, going from that situation to another one, I realized how much the first one definitely changed me, and I do show up differently. And I don't know if I allow myself to, like, I went there, but also I was afraid to just be as in as I was before. Mm-hmm. Now, I had other reasons as to why I wasn't, like, I was invested. But there were still parts of me that were still very closed off, that weren't open. And I realized there are pieces of me that did die in that last situation. I mean, the last relationship, because I don't be doing situationships. So just be very clear. Whatever. Anyway, I do realize that I changed it, and that it was affecting me, but it wasn't until I got in a relationship that I saw how much the previous one was still really on me.
Yeah, that's a good segue, because I do want to talk about saying goodbye to the old you. Mm-hmm. And in some senses, like, I'm thinking just about you and what you're saying. In some senses, like, it can appear like this negative thing.
Yeah.
But in a lot of senses, it's a good thing. And it's like, I didn't want you to hurt to get to the other side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's good for you to get to the other side, because you can see things more objectively, you know, now. And you go in with a clear head and you're like, okay, let me take a look at this. And is this what I want? Is this not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And although, again, you have to go through the pain to get there, hindsight be 20/20.
And what got me was, it wasn't until I was in it to where I was like, oh, I'm really not okay yet. All the way.
Why are you not okay?
We would offline that. That's not a...
I'm not saying you got to tell them all your business, but I'm just saying, like, what is not okay?
I think that saying not okay, that was a bit dramatic. But just realizing that I'm not as open as what I would have been, but that was, again, the old me, and being that open was what led to that heartbreak. But me, because I'm really all in or I'm all out, like, it's hard for me to have the middle ground. I'm just, straight out the gate. What's going on? What we got going on? So navigating a slow burn was very difficult. Mm-hmm. It was very, very difficult. Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean. Like,
but that's what I mean when I say, like, it's not negative, though.
Right. And it's not negative. It's just very different.
It's different.
And because it's very different, like, I'm learning how to be okay with it, but, like, it's not something that I'm used to. So it is difficult.
Yeah.
It's being so fast paced and then doing a slow burn. It's like, I don't know how to do this. Mm-hmm. And because of that, I was just like, I can't. But there's more,
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Just like reframing your thinking too, because goodbyes do change you.
Yeah.
Every goodbye changes you, whether it's goodbye to a certain job, goodbye to your church, goodbye to a relationship. It does change you, but it's learning to frame your mindset to turn the change into a positive lesson that you take into the next hello. Mm-hmm. Like, instead of, oh man, I'm not like I used to be. okay, but that was who I was for that season, and it worked for that season. So whatever I learned that caused me to change, and I'm not saying harden, because we know you're not supposed to harden your heart. So I'm not saying that. But, you know, having boundaries that you implement after saying goodbye to a certain kind of relationship, that's not a bad thing. Is it different? Absolutely. But it's helpful for you going forward if you frame it with the right mindset.
Yeah.
Being able to take step by step instead of just jumping in head first, because you are able to see clearly. And before it gets further than it should, you can say, you know what, this actually isn't what I want.
Right.
That's a positive thing if I frame it correctly
and
not allow my heart to grow cold.
Yeah.
So it's also in the goodbye, keeping the right mindset for going forward.
Yeah. No, that's very good. And I think that I had an opportunity to not think about other things from a relationship to where I was actually able to look at, like, are we compatible? Like, is this going to work? Am I okay with how these things are? Because before it's like, what you got going on? Who
you talking to?
Yeah,
where you at?
Are, who you with? And it's when you don't have to be concerned with those things. Glory to God.
It's real. It becomes
glory
real.
to God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it does put you in a different mindset when now you're like, I don't have to think about those things. So now I can think about the real things.
The real stuff.
Are we compatible? Like, is this gonna work? Do I like you? Do you like me?
But are you my man?
That now that needs to be what we talk about right there. Being with a good man. Good man. But is it your good man?
Yeah.
And I don't think we talk enough about that. People will, you know, get up in arms about you, you know, like, I was with a good man and I just still needed to break up because you're just not my good man. You know, and that's a hard thing. Knowing that you have a good man, but that's not your good man.
Mm-hmm.
And you get dragged when you talk about, like, well, no, I'm not with that good man anymore. And not because he did anything wrong. It's just that's not where we need to be with each other. We might be good on paper, but long term
because the thing is, I think it depends on why you're not with that good man. Because some people will not be with a good person because they are a good person. Mm-hmm. In the sense that they're not used to that. They don't know how to handle that, you know? And so that's not what we're talking about. You can be with a good person and y'all's values still not aligned.
Correct.
You can be with a good person and y'all's morals still not aligned. You can be with a good person and y'all are not compatible personality-wise. That doesn't make them a bad person.
Right.
I would, there are several situations where I was dating someone who they were a good person, but compatibility wise, we just didn't match. And I wasn't going to stay just because they're a good person.
Yeah.
It's okay to say goodbye because this just doesn't match what I'm looking for.
Right.
And my pastor always talks about, like, the enemy of good is not bad. Mm-hmm. It's just enough. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, okay, well, I have enough.
Yeah.
He's a good man. It's hard to find a good man. This is enough.
Yeah.
Or
there
can be other things that matter.
Right.
But you're just so used to the scarcity. It's like, okay, but I have these things. And on the other end, not being so delusional.
Yeah.
That is like, okay, look now.
You all right now?
What is it that you want?
This one work.
Make it enough. Make it enough. Because sometimes it genuinely is enough. Like, baby girl, look.
All right now.
A man is a man.
Hello.
I don't know what you're looking for. This, if this ain't it, what is? So knowing the balance so that you do know, okay, yeah, I can say goodbye to this, but also there's something else.
Sometimes the balance or that line is very thin.
Yes.
So thin. And it's so thin, sometimes it really is hard to tell which one. Mm-hmm. So if you all are navigating that right now, bless you. Bless you.
That applies to everything, though. It applies to everything. For instance, I know we talked about career already. I could have stayed a teacher.
Yeah.
I could have. It was stressful, and I definitely wanted to, like, make more money and have my freedom and stuff. But I could have stayed.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad to the point of, like, oh, I got to get out of here. This is so crazy. It wasn't.
Yeah.
But I wanted something different. Yeah. Somebody could have looked at me being like, nah, I'm ready to get up out of here. I'm about to put in these applications. This is my last year. Matter of fact, when I started my last school year teaching, I did not take most of my stuff in there because I was like, God, this is my act of faith. I'm going to put the bare minimum up that I need for a classroom because I am not finishing this school year. I'm not. And so I didn't even get attached. I'm not taking all my stuff up in there. What do I need to function in this classroom?
Yeah.
That's it. And sure enough, I got that job in November. I said my goodbye in December. I did not finish that school year. So like just navigating the seasons where it's like, you know what, there is something more for me. And that's okay. And how to not get attached and make wise decisions and step out on faith. All of that's part of saying goodbye too.
That's it's hard, friend.
It is.
But it's necessary.
Very.
Because another
life
thing
is full of goodbyes.
Hello? And also what I'm learning is you saying you are holding on to something and it's so temporary. It is so temporary. Like you are being satisfied right now. Satisfied. Baby, this is not going to work long term. And it's best you leave it right here, right now. Like my future, I want my future self to be so appreciative of me saying no right now.
Yes.
Like I do. I want my future self to really be happy about the decisions that I make today. And I feel like I'm doing more to make her life better. You know? Like I'm being so much more thoughtful toward her. Because I want to be happy. All I really want is to be happy.
Not too much, but they demonetize us. There was something I was going to say. I was going to also just talk about this aspect too. Saying hello. We even talked about saying goodbye, right?
Hello.
Saying hello to something else also still means saying goodbye to other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not even just the thinking about the goodbyes and them by themselves. Now to say goodbye to that, and I say hello to this, and I still got more stuff that I got to say goodbye to.
Yeah.
Like going back to relationships.
I say, baby, hold on.
Going back to relationships, right? Say goodbye. Boom. Whatever. New person, new relationship. Man, I got to say goodbye to my selfishness. I got to say goodbye to what I thought this argument was supposed to be. I got to say goodbye to how I used to do conflict resolution. I got to say goodbye. Like, life is so full of goodbyes, even when you're saying hello to something new.
Yeah. I learned how to do this, but now I got to learn how to do this toward this person.
Hello.
My communication skills is the last one. Okay, good. Totally different this one. Sometimes it'd be enough to be like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm good.
There is a lot where you'd be like, you know what? Okay.
Okay. When you come to the end of yourself.
For real. And I know we talked about before in the friendship episode, just like embracing differences and all of that. Man.
Them differences be different.
They be different. Deeply different.
Hello?
And you still got to be like, okay.
Me, I'm just like, yeah, no.
It's hard for me because I'm a very particular person.
Yeah.
I like things done a certain way. I like to see things a certain way. I like a certain way. And people don't do things my way. And I can't say goodbye to everybody who don't do things my way.
You can't?
I just got to deal with it.
I don't like it when things don't go my way. I don't like it at all.
Welcome to adulthood. Where nothing goes your way.
Yeah, and it's a scam. Like, with adulthood comes really using your free will, but the free will ain't really that free.
It ain't free.
You know?
And is it a will?
Hello? Then, you got your free will, but you want to be in his will. And sometimes your free will don't match his will.
Hello?
And you need to choose his will because there's protection and safety there. Hello? Got a will within a will.
I want to go back before we close to the first question I asked you, because then I wanted to ask you some other stuff. Like, what would you say to somebody who has recently said goodbye and they're just navigating that freshness?
Do what works for you. And when I say do what works for you, if you are still very sensitive to who you just, aren't in a relationship with, you may not need to carry on conversations. Unless
you don't need to. Let's be more definitive.
I mean, yeah, you don't, because sometimes you can blur the lines by still being cool, and then next thing you know, you in a relationship again, and it's just you got to know what works for you. If you got to go cold turkey, go cold turkey. And you have to be okay with being the villain. Mm-hmm. You got to be the villain. You may be hurting the person that you're like leaving. Mm-hmm. And they may hurt down deep. And you just got to pray their strength in the Lord. Mm-hmm. And that's hard. It's not easy knowing that you let somebody down, especially when you're like a loving, caring person. But sometimes it just is what it is. Mm-hmm. So if you're navigating a very fresh breakup, my heart is with you, because it's very hard to have different mornings and different nights. Yeah. Because sometimes wanting a morning and a night with someone will keep you somewhere where you don't need to be.
It's a routine.
Yeah. Break free.
Yeah, for sure.
Find a new one.
Block him, unfollow him, delete his number, delete all the pictures, anything that could trace you back there. Delete it. I remember one guy that I dated, the one who I was like, God, I'm not going to break up with him. Mm-hmm. I even got rid of the stuff that he gave me. Gifts and things like that. I got rid of every trace, but I actually had felt the Lord tell me to do that. Oh. I mean, every trace of him, like gifts that he had given me. He had bought me like clothes or just different stuff. I got rid of all of it. No connection. No connection. Yeah. But I needed that, because that physical representation was me also making the emotional, the mental, the spiritual mark of like, no, it's not that anymore. This is not what I want for you. Get rid of all that stuff. Yeah. I've never done that again. But I mean, when I tell you I felt the Lord, you need to get rid of all of the stuff he gave you. All of it. I'm like, man, but I like them shoes. Nah, man. That's for me. That's for me in my house. I'm not saying the Lord telling you to do that, but if you feel a little nudge right now, I've done it before. Yeah. And it's tough.
A cute little purge. Everybody get your purge on.
If you need to, like if you're, even if you feel like you still have a tie, like you don't talk to that person, but something's still pulling on you, something still, check to see if you got something that's theirs and get rid of it. I'm telling you, it's a spiritual thing. If you still feeling a little tie and it's like, man, what is it? I don't even talk to them no more. Do a little check. Make sure you don't have
check
nothing
under that bed.
Okay. It does something.
Check your body. Hello.
It does something.
Yeah.
For sure.
Baby, let's get out of here.
I feel like I had something else to say, but I can't remember what it was.
Well, come on. Let the Holy Spirit talk to you. Now, while she's doing that, if you all didn't already know that we have a worldwide show, okay? Worldwide. And because we have a worldwide show, because we didn't say that here.
Okay.
I'm confirming because I'll be forgetting. Okay, we have a worldwide show, and if you have a product and or a service that you want to get out to the general public worldwide, we have a platform for you to be able to do that. So just go to your favorite yfauntiespodcast.com and fill out our ad form. You want to say ad form? Is it
form?
Just fill out our form. Fill out our form so that we can get your product out to the masses. Also, we have a P.O. box. We haven't told them that we have a P.O. box in a very long time, but we do. We have it so you can send your things. Like if you just wanted to show us some love and you want to send us something, we have a P.O. box for you. Or once you send over your form, your product can go to our P.O. box. It's definitely open. So make sure you go to our website and fill that out. Holy Ghost, speak it?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was going to say, for those who may be dealing with a goodbye, no matter what kind of goodbye, a relationship, a church, a friendship, whatever. I remember when I left my childhood church and I was feeling really bad because it was a small church. I served in a lot of different areas. And I was just like, God, are you sure? Like, how can I just leave? Mm-hmm. And I remember speaking to someone who was a minister. And I remember her telling me, Nia, just as much as God has a plan for you and telling you to leave, God has a plan for them in telling you to leave. You're not leaving them off the face of the earth like, oh, you left, so now their life is about to just spiral and go down. He has a plan for you, but he also has a plan for whatever it is you're saying goodbye to. That's and good. Low key, you could be holding up the plan of God for their life because you won't say goodbye. You taking up space that's not yours to take in this season.
That is good.
Because of thinking about somebody else. And so I just wanted to say that as an encouragement, that you don't have to feel bad about what you are leaving behind. Whether it's a job, baby, there's another employee that needs that job. If it's a person, there is somebody for that person. If it's a church, there's somebody that is meant to belong there and serve and take whatever spot you have. There is somebody meant for that. There is a plan for them as much as there is a plan for you.
That is very good. I'm glad we took that time for the Holy Ghost to speak, because I know somebody needed that.
Yeah. All right. Well, this was great. This was really great. No part 3. Love y'all so much.
Hello.
Moving on.
We need a part 3.
Okay.
Pick questions in the comments.
Right. But we will see y'all next week with a brand new topic on another episode of
Your Favorite Aunties Podcast. Bye.